NFL issues security alert over recent home burglaries targeting high-profile athletes, including Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. In a concerning turn of events, the NFL has issued a security alert to all teams and the Players Union after two high-profile burglaries involving Kansas City Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Investigators now believe that these incidents could be part of a much larger scheme targeting professional athletes across multiple sports, sending shockwaves through the sports world. The burglaries at the homes of Mahomes and Kelce are not isolated incidents. The NFL memo, reported by the Associated Press, warns that athletes' homes have increasingly become targets for organized and highly skilled burglary rings. The memo stresses that these incidents are happening more frequently, not just in the NFL, but across various professional sports leagues as well. A widening trend, more athletes targeted. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce were both hit with burglaries that appear to be part of a larger pattern of high-profile athletes being targeted. Investigators believe that the burglars may be using extensive surveillance to track the athletes' schedules and break into their homes when they are away. The memo from the NFL urges heightened awareness and vigilance as more athletes come forward with similar experiences. Milwaukee Bucks player Bobby Portis also recently became a victim of a burglary. Portis didn't disclose the specific items stolen from his home, but he did mention that several prized possessions were taken. Interestingly, Portis suspects that the burglary may have been timed to coincide with the Bucks game against the Cleveland Cavaliers on November 2nd, which led him to believe he was specifically targeted. Portis filed a police report, but his case appears to have similarities to the ones involving Mahomes and Kelce, although there's no official link between the cases yet. Could this be an organized crime ring? The alarming trend has led law enforcement to believe that these burglaries could be the work of a more sophisticated criminal operation. According to reports from ABC News, investigators are speculating that a South American crime ring might be behind these high-profile home break-ins. While the connection has not been confirmed, law enforcement officials are looking closely at potential links between these incidents. One key element that stands out in these cases is the methodical way in which the burglars have been operating. In several of the burglaries, the thieves have conducted extensive surveillance on their targets, including following them and even posing as delivery people, grounds maintenance workers, or joggers in the neighborhood. They've broken into homes through side doors, second-floor windows, or even balconies, and have focused their efforts on secluded properties, often targeting master bedrooms and closets where valuables are typically kept. The FBI has even weighed in on the situation. Last Friday, the agency briefed the NFL and other professional sports leagues about the issue. According to the FBI's report, these burglars seem to know exactly when their targets are away from home, making it easier for them to carry out these crimes undetected. Mahomes and Kelce, the high-profile cases. For Patrick Mahomes, the break-in occurred on October 6, when a member of his security team reported the burglary at his Kansas City home just after midnight. Although the details of what was stolen were not immediately clear, the break-in was confirmed, and it raised alarm bells within the NFL community. The following day, Travis Kelce's home was also broken into while the Chiefs were playing the New Orleans Saints. In this case, the burglars made off with $20,000 in cash, a sum that points to the targeted nature of the crime. Both of these high-profile cases have drawn national attention, not just for the athletes involved, but for the broader security concerns they represent. A larger pattern emerges, more athletes speak out. These incidents are not isolated. Minnesota Timberwolves guard Mike Conley Jr. had his home broken into on September 15, while he was attending a Minnesota Vikings game. According to the Minneapolis Star-Tribune, Conley's home was burglarized and jewelry was stolen. And former NFL star Reggie Bush, who played for USC and several NFL teams, also had a close call. A burglar attempted to break into Bush's home while he was inside, though the incident was ultimately thwarted. As more athletes come forward with similar stories, investigators have started to draw connections between the cases. Authorities have already been in contact with law enforcement in at least 3 other states, where athletes have been the victims of similar burglaries. While it's still unclear whether these incidents are connected, the growing pattern is hard to ignore. What's next for the NFL and its players? The NFL's security memo has sparked a call to action across the league. Teams are now taking extra precautions to ensure the safety of their players, especially in the aftermath of these high-profile burglaries. NFL players, particularly those with large public profiles like Mahomes and Kelce, are often seen as easy targets for criminals who may be familiar with their game schedules and public appearances. The security of professional athletes has always been a concern, But this recent spate of burglaries has made the issue even more pressing. The NFL and other sports leagues are now urging players to be extra cautious, to change their routines when possible, and to be aware of their surroundings at all times. Will this lead to broader security measures? In light of these incidents, some have questioned whether the NFL should take further steps to ensure the safety of its athletes, both on and off the field. While security teams and law enforcement are working hard to investigate these crimes, it's clear that more needs to be done to protect players from becoming targets, whether that means enhancing private security measures or improving public awareness of the risks athletes face. This wave of burglaries is likely to prompt major discussions about the safety of professional athletes moving forward. For now, though, the NFL and its teams will likely continue to step up their security measures as they try to protect players from any further targeted crimes. Meanwhile, players like Mahomes, Kelce, Portis, and others will undoubtedly be taking extra precautions to keep their homes and their families safe. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit that like button, share with your fellow sports fans, and subscribe for more updates on this and other trending stories. Stay safe out there, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.
Homes of Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce burglarized. The homes of Kansas City Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce were burglarized last month. According to reports, police responded to Mahomes' Kansas City area residence just after midnight on October 6. Following a break-in reported by a member of his security team, there were no signs of forced entry, and it remains unclear whether anything was stolen or if Mahomes was home at the time. Shortly after the Chiefs' Monday night game against the New Orleans Saints, Kelce's home was also targeted. The back door was reportedly damaged, and $20 in cash was stolen. It is unclear whether Kelce or anyone else was home during the incident. Pop star Taylor Swift, who is romantically linked to Kelce, was in town to watch the game, and the couple later flew to New York while the Chiefs had a bye week. The FBI, alongside local police, is investigating the incidents, which may be part of a series of break-ins in nearby neighborhoods. It's still unknown if the Chiefs players were specifically targeted. Mahomes, in his 8th season with the Chiefs, has thrown for 2.208 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions this season. Kelce has accumulated 499 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns so far in 2024. Both players had recently moved into their respective homes. Bills favored, but betting against Patrick Mahomes as an underdog is risky business, as the Buffalo Bills prepare to take on the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday. They're favored by 2 points. But here's the thing. Betting against Patrick Mahomes in this situation? That's a dangerous game to play. Why? Because, under Mahomes' command, the Chiefs are 11-3 straight up in the 1st of January 12 against the spread as underdogs. That's a .786 winning percentage when they're not expected to win, almost as good as Mahomes' career .798 winning percentage as a favorite. Simply put, the guy is clutch, no matter the odds. This Sunday marks the 15th time Mahomes has been an underdog, and it's only the 2nd time this season. The last was a 28-18 victory over the 49ers in Week 7 as 1.5-point dogs. That's just Mahomes doing Mahomes things. It's worth noting that his underdog success story started on his first NFL start in 2017, when the Chiefs were 3-point underdogs to the Broncos. Mahomes led Kansas City to a 27-24 win in a game that was meaningless for playoff purposes. Since then, the Chiefs have continually defied the odds. In fact, Mahomes and the Chiefs never lost straight up as underdogs in 2019 or 2020. The only time Mahomes failed to cover as an underdog was in 2022 when the Chiefs were 2.5-point dogs in Buffalo, losing by 4 points. But, even with that rare slip-up, betting against Mahomes when he's getting points has been mostly a losing proposition for the opposition. Moral of the story? The Chiefs may be underdogs this Sunday, but with Mahomes under center, they're always a dangerous bet to defy expectations. If you're a Bills fan hoping for a win, well, let's just say history has shown it's not wise to count out Mahomes, especially when he's playing the underdog card. Get ready for a thrilling matchup.